What about the orthronate? Poor baby, he says he will protect you and give you love if you play with him. We just came from a long hike. He was really exhausted. I took him between to a nice little place. I put the video up, pond and everything, but there was a lot of bugs and it was very hot for him. So we just went for an hour, came back. It's almost he's like thankful he's back home because he just was relaxing in the shade, and now he wants to play in the water to cool down. I like our water here because it's spring water and it's ice cold, so it kind of helps him and it cools down quite a bit, which is nice for him. So I'm glad we made it back, and because he was like vibrating like crazy. And I came to check on my greenhouse. All my freaking I had 11 plants of watermelon, and something ate them. I only have like 2 left, and half of them are kind of eaten. So it gotta be either black slugs or something. I'm very disappointed. They were actually growing nicely, and now they're all gonna die. Natural spring water. It is the natural spring water. I've been doing good, trying to stay busy. I'm trying to finish the inside of the house because my brother is gonna maybe come up um, in first week of August. So I'm trying to finish a few things, and it's been tough to work while the weather is very hot, which is nice. Not complaining, but kind of prevents me from finishing a few things inside. And now because of the septic tank under the trailer, it's so hot and so much moisture, it's starting to give out smell. So I put some material in there to actually get rid of the smell. Kind of sucks. I think when I closed all around the trailer, I think there's so much humidity in there. I have to actually air it out or put some kind of fan or something, I think, to air it out. How does someone calm voices in their head, please? Take L-theanine. Look up my ebook on how to control depression, anxiety. Is all that stuff falls in the same category where you have voices in your head, your mind is going at 100 miles an hour, and keep in mind it does what do you call it? If you do consume garlic as well, more than 3 cloves, it does give you that feeling in your head. You fake a lot of videos. Fake guy, run away, millions miles. Ben3588, thanks for the lovely comment. Are you okay today? Do you need some help with some things? If you need help, don't be afraid to ask. Don't just come out and put, nasty words out there. That's not nice of you. Usually it's you that the issue. You're probably faking it every day, living or doing something. But I'm here to help you, don't worry. Just ask away. Need to install a vent or two. I think that's what I have to do, because it's like really hot in there. Really hot, and it's actually, I'm gonna actually open one of the section because I came out here to actually open it and I totally forgot because Duke wanted to go outside. So I let him play for a bit. I'm gonna pop one of these styrofoam out because the damn thing is like, it smells bad. I put some chemicals in there so this way it kind of airs it out. Wow, it's really hot. Really hot. Hope it's not fake. My sister-in-law has IBS, bloating, diarrhea after meals. Is there something she could take? The only reason she's having diarrhea and bloating and stuff, obviously her pancreas is not releasing proper digestive enzymes to actually break down the food correctly. And possibly could be the gallbladder has some stones that she's not actually emulsifying or breaking down the fats correctly. So that's why she's having that effect. And sometimes it could be electrolyte imbalances. What's your favorite color? My favorite color is white. What's good to balance the blood pressure? Now, when to balance the blood pressure, there's almost so many different factors. And the thing is, I always tell this to everybody, it's best to kind of have a consultation or download my ebook on how to reverse blood pressure, because I actually focus on every single factor. Because some people actually fall in one category, other people fall in different categories. And most of the time, it could be homocysteine levels too high, it could be deficiency in and magnesium, too much calcium. So you know when you have high systolic, that means you have too much calcium. You know when you have high diastolic, that means you have too little magnesium, for example. Duke is good. I think I need to go fill up some water because my water line is not running right now because I've been changing some of the water lines. So I have to go up to the creek. I'll take you with me, guys, to see where I fill up my fresh water from. And I have to do like at least 2 of them every single day. So yeah, I've been inside the house here. I was trying to actually finish the back section. I'm kind of cutting everything on an angle, trying to finish it. I still have one piece. Then I'll actually start doing this up here by the wood stove. I'm trying to finish as much as possible because the flooring came in today too. Hi, what if I donate 100? Would be really appreciated. All the money that's actually being donated is all going towards Duke. Yesterday I had one person donated $17, and I ended up buying this for Duke, and which is really, really nice of them. So I went and bought him this, some meat, about 4.5 pounds of meat, already cooked, most of it. I don't trust some of the meats from the store, so I have to actually cook it for him. Even thought it's very lean. So that's where all the money goes. All the donation goes towards Duke. I don't care about myself. I eat 1 meal a day, I'm happy. If I eat 2 meals a day, it's a bonus. And all the stuff goes towards Duke. The bones, the meat, everything. When you feel a common cold and runny nose, what is the first thing you suggest? NAC. NAC is the only one that is going to kill off any of the mucus right away. That's what I would actually suggest. And you don't just take one dose. You take about 2,400 milligrams every 4 hours. You do that for about 3-4 days. Then you see how you feel. If you still didn't feel good, then you do another cycle. NAC, N-acetyl-L-cysteine. N-acetyl-L-cysteine. That's what you need. Let's go fill up some water. Hopefully I don't lose you guys, because it's a little bit up the hill. So hopefully we can get to it without losing a connection. If I lose a connection, I won't fill up right now. I'll fill up maybe when I hang up with you guys. So there's my 2 liters. I'm gonna go fill it up from the creek because I have my lawn running. I'm actually fixing it right now. So ideally take a calcium magnesium supplement will level out. Never take a calcium. Never in your life freaking supplement with calcium. We don't need calcium. We get more than enough in our bodies, but we don't get enough magnesium at all. So no. Supplement with the magnesium, and make sure you're not supplementing with a man-made freaking magnesium. It has to be magnesium ionic chloride, the most natural state that actually comes from Australian water right now. And that's the only one that's highly absorbable. I have the link in my profile bio. You guys can check it out. That's the type of magnesium you need. Not like your typical magnesium glycinate, threonate, citrate. All that stuff is man-made. Okay, if you lose the connection, you guys, or you kind of notice that my voice is chopping a bit, let me know right away, because I was gonna go show you guys where I fill up the water. It is gonna be where it is. I from here, but since Duke's playing with the pond, the water is very murky, so I can't really drink it anymore. Got your arrhythmia PDF, not deficient in magnesium or potassium. What do you recommend? Of course you're deficient. Did you check your RBC magnesium, RBC potassium? Thanks so much for the gift. Thank you for the badge. It has to be magnesium ionic chloride. And everybody's deficient. You have to check your RBC magnesium, and your RBC magnesium has to be 6 milligrams per deciliter or higher. If it's actually lower, you're already deficient. And you're deficient across the board with many things. And if you're just checking your regular magnesium, which is magnesium your serum, if that's the doctor is checking for you, it's pretty much irrelevant. Has there been any updates on the cheat sheet? I got the first one, not yet. Unfortunately, I haven't really updated many I have about 42 of them that has been updated, but I haven't really put them into the cheat sheet yet. Unfortunately, inside the tiny house has been getting like plus 30s, and it's preventing me from doing much work. I spend like almost an hour working and that's it. So probably, I think I'm gonna have the second version when the weather cools down a bit so I can sit down and focus on it a little bit more. I was in the ER on an arrhythmia episode and they did the blood work. Not sure if they never check RBC magnesium. That's a dumb thing. That's why a lot of these freaking hospitals and a lot of doctors, they tell you, oh, it's not your electrolytes, fine, because that's how they actually force you into getting your AFib or getting a defibrillator, so many other things. Why? Because they never really check the correct magnesium. Magnesium, serum magnesium only holds 1%. RBC magnesium holds 99%. Paul, how are you? So, okay, let's keep walking here, guys. If you notice I'm losing the signal, let me know. And it's gonna pop on my screen probably. I'm gonna show you where I'm going. I'm gonna go fill up some water. And there's to explain in this pond. See how you got it all murky? I did install the water line. That's my big water line. It's up to 2 inches. It's about 100 feet up. And yesterday I cut all the trees around here, so you can actually we can walk in there right now. Don't do an ablation. Can you guys hear me good still? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, I'm gonna walk very slowly. If you lose the signal, I'll go back. Or maybe I'll keep the phone here and I'll go fill up water. Can you guys hear me good? Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm just gonna keep walking. We're gonna go up the creek. It's so beautiful there. Would love to be there with you. 100%. As soon as I'm done, you know, the tiny house and my little retreat, you guys are more than welcome. All's good. Okay, everything's good on YouTube. Everything's good on TikTok. See the water line that I have running? But I have to actually have this in the water. If it's not in the water, it's gonna actually freeze, and then I won't get any water in the winter time. But right now, I haven't hooked it up because I still have missing some connections. I have to go under the trailer and do the connections. So there's the water. It comes probably another 200 feet up. But I've been collecting it from here, been cleaning a section, putting a lot of rocks. Can you guys still hear me good? Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Okay, perfect. I'm just gonna place it. See, there's my little tub that I've actually been creating, where the water comes in, and I'm gonna have the pipe collected here. So give me a second. Let me just put the phone down so I can fill up some water. This is as real as it gets. This is where I get my drinking water from. Let me just set the phone up. Give me a sec, guys. Okay. Give me a sec. So I got one here going, and have another 1,000 liter up there. I just haven't really had a chance to dig it inside the ground. As you guys can see it up there. So that's how it gets fed from the creek. It overfills right in the creek, and it goes down on here. Yes, it is 100% safe to drink. I've tested this water. You know, the worst thing could happen from this water, if something dies in it, you probably get like diarrhea for like 3 days. I've been drinking it here for the past 6 years. Nothing wrong with it. Creek fresh water, but keep in mind that in the month of August, this almost dries out. It becomes so fine. So that's why you have to collect it. As long as I have running water, should be good. I'd like to cancel this pond here, because that's where I get all the freaking mosquitoes from. How to test it? You can actually, I took a sample to a laboratory and they got it tested for me. You can actually buy a kit as well too, to make sure there is no E. coli, there is no salmonella, there's none of that stuff in it. So it's not bad. I would love to not do an ablation right now. My heart goes to 200. Yeah, you don't need an ablation. Ablation is bullshit. And by the way, the ablation does not work. You'll probably be good for like 4 months, 5 months, and you'll be back on square one, and you're gonna be taking medication for the rest of your life So all it is just a deficiency that you need to fix. But the problem is you need to actually vasodilate your arterial system. Once you vasodilate your arterial system, then you can actually start to saturate correctly with magnesium. If you don't do that, it's never gonna fix itself. Plant citrus trees around it. I'm trying to actually get some plants, so this way I can get rid of all the mosquitoes and everything. It's just right now the pond is like almost half on the land and half on the crown land, so I can't really touch the other half. So I have to actually put it on one side, on my side or something, and this way I can get rid of a lot of these mosquitoes, because you don't want them to be hatching eggs on the water. That's why you don't want the water to stay still, stagnant, and that's what it causes the issue. That's why I'd rather have the creek running. So here, let's go fill up the water inside. What state are you in? I'm in Canada. I'm not in the US. The doggo is having the time of his... Oh, he loves it. Seriously. I took him for a nice hike. He didn't even care for the hike. He didn't even care for the freaking hike. He came back after an hour. The first thing he wanted to do is go in the water and play. That's all he cares for. I'd love to actually extend the fence all the way by the pond, so this way I don't have to keep having him on the leash. It's just the ground is not even, so it's very, very tough to actually get it done. See, he's calling me right now. He doesn't like me leaving him alone. Let me fill up the water in my stainless steel, and we'll get another one, because I need at least 2 of them. How do I vasodilate my arteries? Go to my website. There's a nitrate supplement that you need to take, and that's the only one that actually works. It vasodilates your arteries up to 8 hours. Any other products to buy as a nitrate supplement will only vasodilate your arteries for 2 hours. So that's why it'll never fix the issue and never fixes the problem. So get the Berkeley one, buy for at least 6 months supply while you're actually taking your proper magnesium. I can help you with the whole process. $50 consultation. I'll give you all the information, all the protocol. You follow it. Trust me, it does work. Probably I've helped in the past 20 years. Probably 99% of my patients have actually fixed the issue. Some, don't get me wrong, some could happen in a few weeks or a few months. Some can take more than a year or so to actually fix it. Because a deficiency, whenever you have a deficiency in mineral, it doesn't just happen overnight and doesn't happen in a few weeks, but you start to feel a little bit better slowly. Sometimes certain foods you eat will actually activate certain factors, so you just have to be careful. What is a good number for cholesterol? Cholesterol is irrelevant to look at it. When cholesterol goes up, that means it's telling you there's inflammation in the body. The question is, why the hell do you have inflammation in your body? What are you eating to cause these inflammation for cholesterol to go up? Keep in mind, cholesterol makes your hormones, makes your testosterone, activates your brain. 80% of your brain is made out of cholesterol. So we can't really blame the cholesterol. Cholesterol is there to actually help the arterial system from actually continue leaking. Should I be taking a cofactor with B12 injection? Why do you need B12 injection? Only unless you're deficient, but usually if you're deficient in vitamin B12, before you take any injections, I would actually check your intestines, because technically that's where you absorb your vitamin B12. So if something is going on with your intestines, then fix that before you actually start injections of vitamin B12. What's going on, Duke? You're stuck? No, you're not stuck. Yeah, he is stuck. Let's fix his leash and we'll get some more water. I need to fill up one more. Wait, bud. Wait, you're stuck on a tree. Okay, go. You're good. My vitamin D is 150. I was taking vitamin D with K2. 150 is high. I think it's supposed to be what, between 80 and 150, or 60 and 150. I like to see it in the upper 80s. Do you know if I build a tincture helps with respiratory issues? I haven't really looked into that. Can't really give you an answer. What can I take for low iron? Eat a steak with some vitamin C. Make sure it's cooked in a skillet iron. I suffer from chronic constipation. Is that due to inflammation? Chronic constipation is because you've overwhelmed your pancreas. So we need to actually fix that. Guys, sometimes I can give you the answer. Sometimes it's probably better if you book a time with me. I can actually give you a proper guidelines to follow, because I cannot just throw one answer out there and it's gonna fix your issue. There's certain things you gotta do. Keep in mind a balanced diet, training, all that stuff work all in conjunction together. It doesn't mean just you rely on supplement and your diet still sucks, right? So everything has to actually work in conjunction with each other to actually go back into homeostasis. I don't absorb B12, doctor, put me on injections. The only reason you don't absorb vitamin B12 is because your intestines. That's all it is. Your intestines are struggling. The question is, you need to fix the intestines, not so much about taking vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 injection is like almost taking, you're looking after the symptom, but you're not really looking after the root cause. So you're not doing yourself any good, right? So you might maybe do it temporary in the beginning, but you have to look after the root cause. See if I can bring the fence up here and go around this pond, all the way there. I'll bet you Duke will spend most of his time just by the water. But the problem is, every time he comes into the tiny house, he makes a mess with the mud. So I think it's better if I don't do that. Just let him out here, let him sit outside, calm down, clean him up, then let him inside the house. What to do when your pancreas has been removed? Then you have to go on digestive enzymes for the rest of your life. Nice dog, can I eat him? That's not nice of you. This guy protects me. You're gonna eat him? Really? Don't you have anything better to say, Shadow? I know you're probably just joking around. I don't think a lot of people would like to hear your comment. Okay, let's go back, fill up some water. There's a lot of weird people we got on here, which is fine. They're all out here is trying to have fun. Most of them are young probably. Right, Duke? Duke, what should we do? Here with me. You're playing with the water, aren't you? It's nice cold. It's better than the place we went to. He's loving it here, seriously. He just but he made it so murky. Next year, I plan to actually, if I could clean it up. I don't know if I could clean it up so we can hit the bottom of the rocks. And I think it'll be a lot cleaner. Or I'm just gonna actually build it, invest in a small swimming pool, maybe like 20 feet by 10 feet, and put a deck around it and let him play in it all day long. This way, less mud and stuff. I think that would be better. Way better than this muddy place. Okay, let's go fill up some water again. This is why I like animals more than most humans. Oh, 100%. 100%. So I cut down a couple of the trees on this side. I have to actually clean them up still. You are great and I want to help. Let's friend each other. Sounds good. Touch base, let me know, send me a DM. So I had to clean a lot of the stuff here just so I can be able to walk up here. Let's go fill up some water again. See, there's water coming out of the ground here as well. Already got my shoes wet. Oh. What should I be having, please? Guys, give me a second here. I just gotta put some more. I have to get some more water. Give me a sec. Wait, Duke, I'm coming. There's big freaking bugs here. Okay, I think we got enough water for today. We'll do this. I do this almost every day till I fix my water line. Ouch. How does a person start eating clean and get a good meal plan? I can give you some. I can write the meal plan for you, but one of the first initial steps to do would be to go on a carnivore possible diet, or I call it elimination diet, just because you can actually eliminate all the food from your diet. Once you eliminate everything, then you can slowly start to introduce certain things. Then we can kind of monitor your inflammatory factors, and that would be like a good start. Here, Duke, move. You're getting your face full of mud. There's Duke. He's getting himself full of mud, as usual. If any vitamin D is too high, what should I do? You stop taking your vitamin D. Just let your body utilize it a bit. Then after that, you should be good. Duke, move. Let me go through. You hungry? You want to eat now? Or you want to keep playing? I'm sorry, I meant what to do when your gallbladder has been removed. You take ox bile for the rest of your life, especially when you're eating fatty foods, because that's the only way you can actually get your essential fatty acids. Duke, let me go through. He's not gonna let me cross over. If he does, he's gonna jump on me. He does that all the time and gets me full of mud. Is that what you're trying to do, Duke? Okay, I'm gonna step over. And now you're moving. Go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There you go. When you're tired, let me know so I can get you some food. I gotta cook you some meat. I can't give you that meat raw. I don't trust it. Good. Oh, he's stuck. Let's get him out. See, I hate using the leash, but I have to, or else sometimes he gets too curious and I end up going in the clown land. There you go. You're good, bud. You're good. Go play. Go play and listen. When I call you, be ready. You got it? When I call you, be ready to eat. Unless you want to eat right now. What was the name of what you recommend for no gallbladder? Ox bile. I think he wants to eat now. You want to eat right now? It's 4:50. And I can work out if you want to eat right now. Would be nice for him to have a mate to play with. Oh, 100%, 100%. I just, right now it's tough, to be honest with you. I won't be able to afford to have another dog, you know, for Duke to play with. It's just, it is quite expensive, especially when you're feeding him a lot of raw food as well. It is tough. Probably if I was feeding him maybe kibbles or something like that, then it would be much easier, but I don't want to. At the end of the day, they end up having, being sick and other things. Maybe in time, once my consultations start to pick up and I have more patients and stuff to look after and cater back again, then I definitely would love to get another one. Then I'm sure they can play with each other. I'll probably, if I want to get another one, it'll be like a Malinois or something, because they're both of my favorite dogs. Especially, I've invested a lot of money into this section here to get the tiny house, and this whole fencing was for him. So it was a lot of money to actually put it up. Even though it's temporary right now, I just still would like to expand it behind the trees, so this we don't see it anymore. Would ox bile be good if you have no gallbladder but have EPI and take yes, you can still take it 100%, especially with your food. I'll be in touch soon for another consultation. Thanks, T. And sorry if I haven't been responding. I have been getting tons and tons of emails every day. I am been slightly delayed on few things to get back to everybody. It's just sometimes, I give that free line for everybody to ask me questions after they have a consultation, and sometimes I get way too many questions. Yes, I can see you have worked very hard here. It's been a lot of work. Hasn't been easy. I would love to actually plant. Oh yeah, and I had 3 trees planted in the bottom when I first started here, but they weren't doing so well. So I took them out this morning, and I actually have them soaked in water right now. I'm gonna soak the roots for about 24 hours before I find another home for them. I'm gonna point them somewhere. So there it is. So I got 3 trees here. So this one is an apple tree. Well, they weren't doing so well. And 2 plum. I had about 10 plum, but they all died because they weren't doing so good down there. So I'm actually gonna plant them right on the top by the greenhouse. Probably tomorrow, as soon as I finish digging the ground again. Is there a way to get the color back quickly from the color back? I'll have to look into that for you just to make sure. Hold on, let me put the water inside. There's so many, sometimes bugs, every time I go up to that section. There we go. At least we got water. This is where I have to go at night and do it. I'm just gonna cook some. I gotta get Duke inside, or else he'll freak out by himself when he doesn't see me. So let me get him inside, and maybe I can cook the food for him, and we can sit outside after. And I can train, because I need to train. I damaged my hand. I don't know if you guys can see it. I damaged these two fingers from the log that fell on my hand the other day, and was trying to actually do some lifting. So I think I broke the liquid, the fluid that goes between the joints. So both of my fingers are swelled up pretty bad. I need some moose meat up there. There is a lot of moose here. Would definitely love to go hunting, but I don't know if I can do it this year. Probably next year when I have everything set. Love to go hunting, and I think that'd be really, really good. This way I can fill up the freezer with some good food, good meat. I'll be set for a whole year, and definitely need to go fishing. Look, come on, come here. If you wanna go eat, let me let you out. I gotta close this section here so he doesn't go under the trailer. But this thing, I'll open it again to air out. There we go. Can I take ACV instead of ox bile? No, ACV is just, all it does is just increases your hydrochloric acid, your acidity. Ox bile is actually a special form to actually break down the food so you can actually withdraw all the essential fatty acids. All the essential fatty acids, we're talking like vitamin A, vitamin K, vitamin E, vitamin D. Without it, you're gonna start to become deficient. Unless you start taking these supplement as a supplement. Well, unless you start taking them as a supplement, which I really don't recommend. So you'll have to go on ox bile. ACV is not the same thing. ACV is actually gonna help with protein and to increase your hydrochloric acid. Duke, come on. Let's go eat. You can play after. Duke, he was here by the door. When he sees me come up, he goes back. Duke, hey, you wanna eat right now? Are you coming? Or are you gonna stay there by yourself? You got 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going. You stay by yourself. See you later, Duke. Hey, cheers to the gifts. Thank you. No, he's coming. Let's see if he's coming. I'll see you later, Duke. Is he coming? Where is he? Oh. The moment he sees me going, he'll come. Or maybe not. Maybe he doesn't want to. He just wants to keep playing. I eat okay, but what's proper supplement daily regimen for a 6-year-old? Supplement, it depends what you don't get in your diet. Like, you should never really supplement blindly. It depends what's missing, what nutrients are missing from your diet, because everybody has a different diet. There's no such thing as one multivitamin that fixes everybody's health, right? So it depends what you eat and what you don't eat. Then we actually have to figure out exactly what's missing. Then you can actually supplement towards that. You stay in there, then that's how you do it. That would be the best thing to actually get it done. But if you're eating, you know, good amount of steaks, you're eating some eggs, some cheeses, some heavy dense nutrient foods, then you should be good. The only thing is you probably still need to supplement would be certain minerals like we don't get from our food system, such as magnesium, chromium, potassium, some of these things that you might sometimes have to add. But that all goes back again in regards to what you eat and what your body is capable of digesting. One of the best things to do is at any age, I think everybody should actually utilize and take digestive enzymes to actually help break down the food correctly and actually suck up all the good nutrients. Tell him to go play, he will come back then. He's stuck, that's why he's not coming. Duke, you coming or you staying? Okay, you can stay, I'll make you the food. Then when you're ready, it'll be like nice and cold because I still have to cool it down. How to lower cholesterol if I eat clean? Lowered my egg intake. Don't lower your egg intake. I eat 10 eggs a day and my cholesterol is like 400 or 500. Does that mean I have to cut down my eggs? The question is, if your cholesterol is too high, it's fine. It's whether it's being oxidized or not. If it's not being oxidized, why should you worry about it? The numbers becomes irrelevant. Only when it becomes too high, then we say, okay, why is it becoming too high? Something is going on. Obviously, your body's deficient. It's giving you a sign. But if you're still kind of worried, there's other things you can do. You can always add, you know, anything such as niacin or certain things to actually clean it up. And then the only reason I can mention niacin, because it's the only supplement out there that actually prevents oxidization. Okay, let me go get him. Because he's stuck. Keep going up and back and forth. He wants to keep playing. So I guess you're not hungry, right? Are you stuck? You're not stuck. I don't see you being stuck. Okay, play. He wants to play. Okay, let me get my equipment so I can work out while you're playing. Niacin prevents what? Niacin prevents oxidization. So based on your body type, it will actually maintain a proper cholesterol level based on your body type. So it will never lower it just to lower it for the hell of it. It will balance it. And by balancing your cholesterol, it will actually prevent it from being oxidized. So niacin is the only thing that is able to do that. I know, I'm going up and down, up and down. I got my 10,000 steps, if not more today. I keep going back and forth. The moment I disappear, he calls me. He won't play. He'll stop completely playing. Okay, so $50 for half-hour consultation. Yes, 30 minutes. Hey Tom, how are you? Gonna get my workout equipment. So I'll see if I can work out. I don't know if I could because of my hand. Actually, we're just gonna do some chin-ups. It's been a long time. What are we using to work out? I was gonna use the chin-up, but my hand hurts, so I think I'm gonna. I was the X3 bar while Duke's playing, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this thing here. That I haven't done it for a long time. So let's go. I'm gonna move it from the tree and put it somewhere closer. How much niacin? Well, it's good to start with about 250, 500 milligrams. You don't need a whole lot. You don't need a whole lot at all. So yeah, I was trying to actually extend the gate so I can actually have this inside, so I don't have to keep opening stuff back and forth. But I'll see if I can actually do some. It's just since I hurt my hand the other day, I don't know if I'm able to, but we'll try. It's been a few weeks. I have one that are awesome. Oh, do you? The one that actually hooks up in it. I bought this like a long time ago because the company wanted me to actually become one of their distributor in Canada, and they actually took it back from me. So we never really went through it, but I still have the demo unit. I actually like it. It works really, really good. But yeah, since I hurt my arm, both of my three fingers got kind of a little bit crushed from the log when I was lifting them. It's just a little bit swelled up. I don't understand. I feel great, but my LDL is high. So you feel great. So why are you worried? The only reason you have to worry only if your cholesterol is being oxidized. That's it. LDL doesn't matter. Mine is 600. Should I be worried? Probably not. Why? Because my oxidized lipids are not oxidizing. My oxidizer are very low. So how do you check your oxidizer? You can get a blood test and see where you're at. And if it shows negative, there's no oxidization, so why should you worry? Why should you worry? And why should you go on statins? And if you need to go on statins, then do further testing. Check your CT calcium score, check for soft plaque buildup, check for arterial blood flow, check for your glycocalyx. There's a lot of things you can check. And once you check all these things and everything is looking good, then you're fine. Seriously. Let me do a set, guys. I got my funny shorts on today. I gotta take my pencil because I've been drawing a lot of stuff. Man and eating chocolate cake. I feel great. Chocolate cake. Cheers to that. Make sure you're doing that just on your cheat day, like once a week. What can I do to lower triglycerides, please? So think of triglyceride as your energy, your fuel, right? And so let's say if we're aiming for a triglyceride number to have a ratio between HDL to be less than 1. So if your ratio is above 1, that means you are over consuming carbohydrates and you're not utilizing the full amount. So if you're eating 100 grams of carbohydrates and you have high triglyceride, that means moving forward you should be only consuming 80 grams. And if still 80 grams showing that your triglyceride is still high, then you need to go a little bit lower. It's just whether you're capable of absorbing it and utilizing it correctly, because it is an energy fuel. So that's how you have to look at it. That's what triglyceride is. It stores for later usage. So you have too much storage because you're tipping the scale of too much glucose, too much simple carbohydrates. And that's why that's happening. So that's how you actually have to look at it. And the same thing goes for ketogenic as well too. People that actually go on a ketogenic, they end up consuming more fat than they're capable of burning. And that's why triglycerides, sometimes we tend to see it a little bit high. It doesn't mean it's dangerous, but it could be dangerous if it's kept adding up and adding up and adding up. That means you're constantly, your intake of fat or carbohydrates is much higher than what your body is capable of burning. I believe my issues are lack of exercise. I'm disabled due to degenerative disc disease. So if you're not unable to exercise or move your body, that means you do not need too much fructose or glucose or sugars to be consumed. If you're consuming 100 right now, drop it down to 50 or even 25 because your body does not need it and it's not utilizing it. Or if you really like to eat the fruits or the sugars or the simple carbs, just make sure you're not eating it with protein or fats because you're causing what is called a glycation effect. And when you cause a glycation effect, you're actually causing even your triglyceride to go much higher, and it will actually age you much faster. So that's how you actually have to look at things. So it's all in regards to how much you consume. Now, if you want to actually burn off the excess, that's when you can actually check whether you have a fatty liver disease or not, check your chromium levels, take berberine. So there is certain things you can definitely take to actually assist the body. Duke, play. Let's do another set. Hey, Rick. Hey Marie, how are you? So no sugar with protein? No, because you can cause the glycation effect. I need to go. God bless. You are amazing. Cheers. If you have any questions, definitely touch base anytime. Um, what are you doing? Oh, I was just working out on this chin-up machine. Just doing a few exercises because I'm not gonna be doing the rubber band one today, just because of my hand. And Duke's up in the water playing. He doesn't want to come down and eat. Duke, go play. You're not stuck. Trust me. Can you explain the glycation a bit more? So what happened is, anytime you're eating carbs or simple carbs with your protein intake or fat, the simple carbs, they bind with the protein and causes glycation. So glycation is where your blood becomes sticky, and that's why we end up seeing people age faster, and they end up experiencing high blood pressure as well too. So the whole idea is to that's why I always talk about sometimes food combining. Don't be mixing most of the stuff because you don't need to, or wait a bit before you actually consume it. What helps to elevate high irritability, anger, remove minimum deodorant? I'm not sure what labs. Take L-theanine, you'll be good. Is all synthetic vitamin bad for you? Not all of them, some. That's why I always tell everybody to double check your certificate of analysis, see where the origin comes from of that product. Does it contain any heavy metals or any issues that could actually conflict? Then we can actually, adjust. Most of the stuff out there sometimes is synthetic. It's all price-based, but definitely you can look into a lot of different supplementation. Right now I'm getting a sample from a company that I know a lot of people have been asking me about Shilajit, and they've been asking me lots about certain supplements. So I got a hold of one company right now that we're doing some testing on some supplements, and I think it's gonna look very, very positive. So once I get the testing done and I start taking it for at least a few weeks, I'll definitely share it with you guys, because I'm constantly checking on new supplementation, see how well they work with the body. I've invested a lot of money in doing a lot of blood work to see how it reacts with the inflammation and everything else. And this way I can guide you guys on better where to spend your money. What are your thoughts on HRT, please? Does it do no harm? Does it do more harm than good? Well, the question is whether you need it or not, or whether can you do it naturally or not. Like a lot of that stuff synthetic, sometimes they do cause an issue with an inflammation, and sometimes they don't. It just depends on the body. But before you go ahead and go on it, there's other things you can actually look into as well. Berberine, what's wrong with berberine? Berberine is good for you. Play. Berberine is pretty good for you. You just have to cycle it correctly, because it does have an antibacterial effect, and sometimes it kind of messes up with your digestion a bit. So as long as you're cycling the product, it's excellent to kind of keep you in insulin resistant or insulin sensitivity. And that's what that would work really good. Just make sure you're not taking it on the day you're exercising, because it kind of turns off your mTOR levels, and if it turns off your mTOR levels, you'll end up losing sometimes muscle mass. My doctor put me on in December. What's kind of supplement for dry eyes? I am testing a new product right now, and I'm gonna give you guys the company name when I put it up. I'm just doing some testing, but look into astaxanthin or zeaxanthin. You need minimum of about 12 to 20 milligrams daily. Go up, Duke. Go up again. You're free. But I would actually take like taurine with it, with the astaxanthin, because taurine is heavily found in our bodies. I'm just gonna place the phone here so I can do my set. Taurine with astaxanthin would work really good because taurine is heavily found in our eyes, heart, and brain, and that's how we can actually increase the flow to it. I did text you, but you never responded. Why? Where did you text me? On TikTok? Or text me as a text message? You have to be a little bit more specific. Sometimes I don't get text messages unless it was on TikTok, unless it's been blocked. And one was a send, Sajid. Yeah, text message and a TikTok. Okay, I'll check. Was it today? Because I went through all my messages. There was nothing recent. There was nothing recent. Yeah, I didn't see any text messages. If you don't mind sending it again, I can definitely check it when I'm done today. Then I can definitely respond to you guys. I can see you, Duke. Play. You're strong. I try to kind of stay as fit as possible, but sometimes it's it's tough, especially when you hurt yourself. Can you eat too much protein? No, you can't. So I only weigh about 150 pounds. I eat about 200 grams, 240 grams of protein a day. The only time you're gonna end up causing an issue if your protein is processed, like we're talking whey protein or isolated protein, unless you're able to get like a clean source. But no, not eating too much protein, it doesn't really make a difference. May I ask your age? Age is just a number. So today, I didn't sleep. So I've been up. 2 o'clock is super hot. Duke slept outside. We got up about 2, then went back to sleep and got up at 4. So today, I woke up feeling like I'm 30 years old. Yesterday, it was a really good night's sleep the other day. And I woke up and felt like I was 25 years old. So every day is a different age. Every day is a different age, to be honest with you. Because age is just a number. And these numbers, when people say, well, I'm 60 or I'm 50 or I'm 80 or whatever it is, that number changes your mindset. And we don't want that to be changed. You want to wake up every day feeling that you're in your early 20s and you have a lot of energy and you're ready to kick everything and actually have an amazing day, right? So don't let that number bother you, or don't let that number, drive you insane, or just say, hey, damn, I'm 1 year older than last year, and is it age that I cannot function and do this? Don't put it that way. So have a specific age that you like Sandra there. She loves to be in the 30s, and she is gonna always be in the 30s. So pick that number and stick to it. Duke, I'm not gonna save you anymore. You're stuck because you keep coming up to this side. Go back up. I'm 60 and feel 30. There you go. Perfect. And that's what I like to hear. Does alcohol negatively affect blood pressure? So alcohol, because every time you drink it, it's going to convert to glucose. So the alcohol is going to be converted to glucose, so you're putting a lot of stress on the liver. The question is it is it acting as a coagulation effect, or is it not? If it is, then you definitely have to stop or maybe reduce. Does it affect the blood pressure? Only if it actually causes coagulation. If it doesn't cause coagulation, then it shouldn't. But if it does, then yes, it's a big issue, and yes, it does causes blood pressure to actually elevate, because it does actually drain your magnesium levels. Vasoconstrictors, what would you like to know about vasoconstrictors? So that's why we take like vasodilation. How can my pancreas cause constipation? Well, your pancreas is supposed to actually help you digest the food, but you probably overused it, and that's why you're actually getting constipated. You actually probably ruined your enzyme system. Is red wine good for your heart? Maybe like a 1 cup a day is not bad, or half a cup if it's organic and if it's done correctly. It's still fermented. It still has some resveratrol, not a whole lot, but you know, have that as a holiday thing with friends and family for sure, but not something to actually rely on. I thought alcohol was a vasoconstrictor. I think my dad drinks too much and already has high blood pressure. It's not whether it's been a vasoconstrictor or not. It does have a diuretic effect where it actually flushes out your magnesium. And keep in mind, calcium contracts, magnesium relax. And that's the only reason we have high blood pressure. So that's how usually everything works. In the presence of too much fructose, glucose, sucralose in the body, you will actually lose more magnesium than what your body can actually uptake to the mitochondria levels. And that's the only reason we have, well, blood pressure is becoming an epidemic. So doing a lot of these things, meaning increase your magnesium intake as much as possible, but you know, if you're gonna continue doing it and taking magnesium, pretty much you're just not doing any good for your body. So that's very, very important. I'm gonna bring Duke in because he's not listening. Does everybody have parasites? Not really. Some do, some don't. Depends on the food you eat, on the processing you eat. You actually get more parasites and a whole bunch of stuff from the heavily processed foods that you consume more than the natural stuff. So depends on the person, what they consume, what they eat. Do they actually eat to heal their body, or do they eat and actually feel sick all the time, or feel under the weather all the time, or have inflammation issues? Not everybody has parasites. We all have bacteria in our bodies to fire off these parasites. You just gotta keep these bacteria nice and strong and feed them good food. If you don't do that, then you're gonna cause more harm than good to your system. I'm in BC right now. You helped me bring my A1C down to not be diabetic. That's awesome, Dana. I'm glad everything is working out good for you. Thanks so much for sharing. My mom has diverticulitis. Do you recommend the carnivore diet for her? 100%. Think of carnivore diet as elimination diet. So this way you can eliminate all the foods from your system. And once you do that, and she's happy, then she can introduce certain foods. And since now she is well tuned in with her body, she can actually start to pick and choose what foods make her be optimal and what foods causes an issue. So it's all about being tuned in with your body, and we need to kind of stop the idea of just eating it blindly. Anything we see that looks good, we just eat it, because most of the stuff we eat is either causing inflammation or preventing one, and we want to make sure we're actually eating to prevent one. Introduce what food? Well, you know, after you do elimination diet, so elimination diet would be something like, say, strictly eating meat, like a carnivore diet. That is mostly what is bioavailable for our body. Once you do that for at least 30 days or 90 days, then after that you can actually start to introduce certain foods you like certain greens, certain fruits, how your body reacts to it. If your body reacts well, stick to it. If it doesn't react well, then definitely stop consuming it. So that's how you have to do it. Stop, 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 stop. Stop, Duke, you're hurting my hand. Duke, stop. You wrapped yourself around me and you're hurting my hand. Stop. Come here. Sorry guys, give me a sec. The leash was wrapped around my hand. Come on. Duke, get inside. Sometimes you're playing, you're not even thinking. Stop. Do you recommend intermittent fasting? Of course. You don't have to do it every single day. You can do it once a week, twice a week would be plenty enough. Doing it daily, sometimes it does cause underactive thyroid. So you have to be kind of mindful of how much fasting your body requires. Some people do it daily, they feel great. Some people don't. I do it daily. I've kind of been used to it, and certain days I don't do it. I always kind of give my body a chance to actually recover and heal and remove certain things. So sometimes I might do 2 meals a day, sometimes I might do 1 meal a day, and sometimes I would go 2 days with no food. So you have to kind of decide what is the benefit you're looking for and what are you trying to heal or accomplish. Don't just do what every freaking influencer mentioned. Hey, I fast every single day, 18 hours or 24 hours, and I feel great. Every person's bodies reacts differently. Every single body needs different type of nutrients. When I actually fast and I do prolonged fasting, seriously guys, the food I consume, probably an average person don't consume them, from eating almost 1 pound of liver to eating 2 pounds of meat and other things. So I eat very heavy, dense nutrients, so my body can actually stand out for a very long time with no food. Sharon, hi love. Good night from Trinidad and Tobago. Cheers, have a nice evening. So yeah, intermittent fasting works. Prolonged fasting works better. You just have to kind of understand how to get it done. And minimum doing 24, 36 hours would be ideal. If you want to do it that way, once a week, once every 2 weeks would be perfect. You don't need more than that. And it's all based on for women, it is based on your hormonal levels, your thyroid, all that stuff. Then you can kind of adjust as you go. For male, it doesn't really matter much, but if you have like issue with heart disease, minimum 24 to 72 hours once every 2 weeks would be ideal. And if you want to do it for weight loss temporary, do an 18-hour fasting every single day for about 3 months on and a couple weeks off. There's a lot of different methods of doing fasting. It's something you have to feel good about doing it without kind of forcing yourself. Is egg bad for heart? Because my uncle put Sprint and doctor told him to eliminate it from his diet. No, it's not. I eat about 10 to sometimes 12. My most eggs I ate was like 20 plus. There's nothing wrong with eggs. Most of the doctors are clueless when it comes down to egg. They say stop eating your eggs because of your cholesterol. It has nothing to do with your cholesterol. Whether you eat eggs or not, your body still produces 3,200 milligrams of cholesterol. That's equivalent to about 26 eggs. I'm going to challenge myself to do a 24-hour fasting once a week. I'm already used to 16/8. Perfect. Yeah, go for it. And always get it done on a busy day. Duke, leave it. Always do it on a busy day, so you're not really thinking about food, which is really good that way. And it does work really well for you, 100%. Keep me updated once you do it. If you do EF, do you consume supplements? No, you don't need to consume supplements, and you're giving your body a break. Even if you take supplements, sometimes you'll actually break your fast. So no supplement. The only thing is sometimes some people like to actually, when they're doing fasting, they actually drink coffee with MCT oil to kind of prolong their hunger and stuff like that. MCT oil is not bad. All you're doing is just pushing your fasting. But if you're doing like a prolonged fasting, like 36 hours, 48 hours, yeah, that's breaking your fast, right? But if you're doing like an 18-hour or 24 hours, it's not bad because you're just pushing yourself, because fat takes a long time. By the time it's been absorbed, you're probably going to start eating either way. So it's all about how you feel, how you do it. And sometimes, fasting is like almost cutting calories. So if you decided, hey, instead of you eating 2,000 calories today, I'm only gonna eat 500 calories today, that's still considered being fasting as well. Fasting and diabetes, could you comment on that, please? Fasting is gonna help diabetes because you're gonna become more insulin sensitive. You just have to actually work your way slowly and ease into it slowly, because if you actually instantly kind of shock your body and drop your sugar intake quite fast, you can become hypoglycemic. So you have to actually ease into it slowly. But yeah, 100%. And that's how you can actually reverse type 2 diabetes. I do 18 daily and cold freaking showers daily. Cheers to that, 100%. Cold showers are amazing. The only thing is you're missing is probably some breathing exercise to expand your lungs, which is, I'll show you one machine I use. Small machine is only a few dollars. And grounding. Grounding is really, really well, because that's how you can actually reduce most of the inflammation in your body. And it works the best that way. Duke is behind me. He wants to play some more. Enough playing, Duke. We walked today, you swam a couple times, we went hiking. As soon as he eats now, he's just gonna go into like a relaxation mode. All that hyperness will probably stop soon. Let's do another set here. Please show us a breathing machine. I will show it to you. It is on my website. You guys can actually check it out. It's a small device. It's good to actually expand your lungs. I'll show it to you here when we go inside. Couldn't fast for more than 4 hours with type 2 diabetes. Now 18 hours, no problem. That's good. I missed what you said about what to take for inflammation. How do you break your fast? Big breakfast, fruits, veggies, bone broth. You need all the minerals. And how do you do grounding? Step on the ground, bare feet. Does Coca-Cola cause high cholesterol? It's not whether it causes high cholesterol. It's the processed sugars in it that is causing the oxidation of your cholesterol. And is actually making probably your blood coagulate so much. So that's why you could have increased cholesterol levels. And all the oxytotoxins they actually introduce into it. Is concrete the same as grounding? Yes, it is. As long as the concrete is actually laid on the ground, it is grounding. Considered being grounded as well. Coca-Cola causes everything. It is. It's 100%. It's a big corporation. They actually. Coca-Cola is the biggest company to sponsor dietitians. Thank you for your lives, my new favorite. Cheers. Thank you, Tracy. Those grounding mats work? 100% they do, yes. I have one. I actually been using one for the past probably like 2.5 months. So it's actually really, really good for inflammation and sleep. And keep in mind, like when we do ground outside 10 minutes, sometimes, that's all we have throughout the day to actually step outside bare feet. Now imagine you're sleeping on the mattress, on the mat sheet that actually grounded. You're sleeping on it for about 6 hours or 7 hours. So you're actually being grounded for that long. It's gonna actually affect your inflammation big time, and it's gonna actually allow you to go relaxation stage much better, which is really good. No, Duke is up on the deck. I think he's starting to get hungry. We'll go there in a second. Duke, you hungry? How do you make your bone broth? Is that what I understood correctly? Bone broth, so get your beef bone and actually have them on your pressure cooker for at least 4 hours. I put mine on a wood stove for about 2.5 to 4 hours. This way you can actually break down all the nutrients from the bones itself and you just drink it. Bone broth is gonna be full of electrolytes, minerals, and some good quality fats. How do you make healthy gut? Book a time with me. We can talk about it. There's a lot of different steps you have to follow, but you can definitely heal it. Are air fryers unhealthy? Yeah, I would take the air fryer and actually put it in the garbage, unless you have like a stainless steel material, not like Teflon. Where can we buy a grounding sheet and what do you look for? I have the link on my website for the grounding sheet that I use. I will only post certain things that I trust and that I've tested over the years. I have the one I'm using. It is on my website. It is there right now, and I think they have it on sale, Kathy. I'm gonna do one more, not a chin up. You can actually reverse that machine. I haven't done it for like 4 years, so let's see if I can still do it. The only reason I don't because I hurt my elbow. I'd love to put my boxing bag up, but I don't know if I could. Have you heard about med beds? What's med beds? I don't think I've seen that before. Sajid, cheers, thank you. I don't know too much about them. I thought maybe you knew. I haven't heard of them. I have to check. I can check into it to see. If you want to send me a message, I can look into it, Laura, and get a little bit more information on it. I'll go through like some scientific literature to see if there's anything specific. How to book a time with you? If you click on my picture profile, it's gonna take you to the page. On the page there, click on my website. Then you can book a time with me. If you don't find it, let me know. I can send you the link by email or by DM. Where are you? I'm in Canada. Thanks. I heard they are great. Marie knows about them. I'll have to look into it, unfortunately, but maybe Marie can answer the question. Are you Egyptian? No, I'm not. Very close to there. I'll stay for another like 10 minutes or so, guys. And I have to go feed Duke. I'll do one more one more set. What's he barking at? He's barking towards Karen. I will send you the info, thank you. Are you still at your parents'? I remember Duke would make muddy mess in their backyard. No, I'm off the grid right now in BC. We're in Canada, in BC. Lebanon? I was in Lebanon a couple years ago. Our bodies affected by vibration? Yes, 100%. Vibration and frequencies. What's going on, Duke? Who's there? Who's there? Okay, let's go. I'll show you that breathing machine. Need to do a video on it. Don't even open the gates anymore. Yeah, no muskrats today, or no mice, or nothing, which is good. I was shocked because last night I let him sleep outside, and I left the door open for him so he can go in and out. The problem is when I have my tiny house furnished, it's gonna be tough for me to keep everything open for him to go in and out, especially in the middle of the night, because what if he goes out and he sleeps somewhere else and the door is open? I'm gonna wake up in the morning and have probably either like a mouse or something goes inside the tiny house, hide in the furniture. So to figure a way, either he sleeps outside or he stays sleeping inside. So we'll have to work something out. Do you have neighbors? Stay here, Duke. Let me make you some food. Neighbors on left hand side, super awesome person, very, very helpful. He has kids, really nice guy. I don't see him much. On the right hand side, I have Karen. Duke, stay. Let me make you food. On the right hand side, I have Karen. I haven't seen her since day one. She wasn't being nice. I used to have JD. He comes on TikTok. He used to be my old neighbor. Awesome person to have. Would love to have him back here. I am in BC right now. So give me a second, guys. I have to cook because I got Duke some meat and I don't really trust it as well. So I have to actually, yeah, they do ship the ground and sheep to Asia as well too, Abe. Definitely click on the link. If they have any issues, let me know. But no, they do ship as well. I have to cook him some meat because I don't really trust for me to give it to him raw. So I'm gonna cook it for him a bit. So that's gonna be his food. And I'll give him a turkey neck. Expect him to get some more turkey necks tomorrow. Do spiders get inside? Oh yeah, we get a lot of spiders and stuff, which is fine. I don't care about the spiders. I'd rather have spiders than have anything else, because the spiders will actually, they will keep all your bugs and everything away as well, which is awesome. And I made this special drink. Is like supposed to be cinnamon and clove. It's supposed to keep all the bugs away. So I can spray it around the door. Wait, Duke, I'm not done yet. And that kind of keeps everything, all the mosquitoes away, which is nice. So we're gonna cook some meat for Duke. Maybe I'll give him like, probably that much is good. So I think I'm gonna give him that much, and I'll give him some turkey neck. And I really wanted to thank the person that sent me a donation yesterday. All went, and we ended up getting meat for Duke. So thank you guys as well. It's always been appreciated. Do you make all his food? I do make all his food. So I do buy him frozen turkey necks. I got a hold of one butcher. Actually, I buy 10 kilograms worth, so he gets roughly about 40 to 50 turkey necks, and usually he gets about 2 every day. He eats 3 eggs every morning. Usually I like to only give him 1 meal, but sometimes he likes to have 2 meals. 3 eggs in the morning. In the evening he gets meat and he gets turkey. Sometimes I have a little bit of kibbles that I got from New Zealand. I like the source. I don't give it to him that as much, like maybe once or twice a week. That's it. That's why I'm growing like carrots and pumpkin, because usually I kind of give him carrots and pumpkin, once a week as resistant starch for their gut bacteria. I give him a lot of taurine to protect his heart. So same taurine that I take, he gets about 3 grams a day. So there's the taurine. He gets about 3 grams. Sometimes he gets a little bit more. It depends what we've done for exercise and stuff. So I mix that with his meat, and that's it. And sometimes he gets a bone. So the bones, I get them from the butcher as well. I get them about 50 kilograms. Taurine is actually, it protects the heart. It's really good for the dogs. It protects their eyes, their heart, and their brain. He does get sometimes creatine as well. Keep in mind, creatine is good for his energy level as well. For humans as well too, Jax, as well too, with the taurine. And taurine will actually helps your electrolytes to be balanced in your heart, and it does the same thing for the pets. So which is really good, and it does act as an anticoagulant. How old is your dog? He's 2 years old. Anything to recommend for fibromyalgia? D-ribose. So usually after workout, I do mix creatine for myself with leucine, and I do actually do it with a shot of coffee. And the only reason I do that to actually maintain insulin sensitivity as well too, and increase protein synthesis. Never heard of it before. Taurine, it's an amino acid. Taurine is an amino acid. It's found in chicken and beef. But the problem is when you actually take it with other amino acid, it doesn't give you the proper effect that our bodies require. So that's why it is ideal to take it on an empty stomach. I wonder what he's barking at there. We'll go check in a bit here. Look up taurine. Yeah, and taurine, they've always used it in energy drinks. You guys probably seen it and mostly in energy drinks. The only reason they put it in energy drinks to actually protect your heart from getting damaged. So we'll wait till that meat is cooked. Let me show you the breathing exercise I was telling you guys about. Where do I have it? I know I've been moving things so much here. Yeah, I don't know where it's at. I have to look for it again. It's somewhere in the cupboards. So it is a small device. I do have it on the website. You guys can definitely check it out. It does actually expand your lungs capacity, which is just what ideally we're looking for. When you expand your lung capacity, you'll allow your heart to actually function better. Hi Maurice, how are you? Hey Joyful, how are you? I'm doing good. Jazz, it's my let's see, make sure the meat is cooked. So there we go. There's the meat for Duke. He's gonna be eating this, and I'm gonna get him some turkey necks. Give me a second, guys. Ooh, it's hot. And I'm just gonna mix my coffee with my drink. And yeah, I won't give it to Duke right now because it's way too hot for him. So this is, I do drink this after my training to help me recover. And ideally what it is coffee with creatine and leucine. Sometimes I would put type 1 and type 3 collagen as well, because since I've hurt my hand, it just does help with the recovery. And that's all you need. And the only reason I put coffee in there to actually maintain proper insulin sensitivity. Can eating chocolate every day give me adrenal stress? Yes. 100% yes. Especially due to the oxalates that it contains. You can stop, yes, or you don't have to take it on a daily basis, right? It doesn't have to be something consumed daily. And it depends how much chocolate you're eating. Compare, to sugars as well. Let's go get the turkey necks for Duke. I'll feed them. So magnesium taurate is the same with taurine. So all they're doing is taking magnesium elemental and adding taurine to it. That's all they're doing. But the problem is they never add enough. And what happens is when they don't add enough, pretty much, it takes a very long time to actually saturate your body. Duke, this is for you. Hold on, you're full of, what's on your face? Hold on. You have that stuff that is stuck on you. No wonder you're itchy. Hold on, let me take them out from your ears, all over your face. What's wrong with you, bud? Where did you go? Told you don't go there. Hold on, guys. Pre-diabetic help, book a time with me. Book a time with me. I can definitely help you with that. I'm gonna go get you some turkey necks. Wait, Duke. You went into the bush, you got all that stuff on you, stuck. That stuff makes you itchy. Here, let me clean it up. I know it hurts. It's all over your face. And on your eyes. Duke is a lucky dog. I gotta, I say this to everybody. Anytime, you're buying a pet or anything, you always have to kind of give them your 110% best, right? Because at the end of the day, if anything happens to them, you're the one who's gonna be looked at, not them. Why they've done this. Whatever you teach him and you train him, he's gonna do it. Duke, you're trying to push me off. You want your food? He likes to come with me everywhere, and sometimes I can't really take him specific spots with me because he gets he just loves to play all the time, all that freaking energy. And I was talking to one breeder here I met, and they said whenever you feed your dog raw food, they have such a high testosterone, such a high energy levels, which is fine. I want that. I'm not complaining. You're an active person. What's your resting heart rate? My resting heart rate drops in in a 48 roughly. When I fall asleep, it's 48. Sometimes between 52 and 48. But most of the time it's like in a 48. But keep in mind, I don't do any cardio or anything like that. Hold on, guys. I just gotta set the phone just so I can get a turkey neck for Duke. Because I have the freezer here in the container. I'm turning this into a garage. I'm gonna build some shelvings, and it'll be much easier to have everything here. So we got 2 turkey necks. This is it. I got them from the butcher. So you got half a pound of meat, 2 turkey necks. I think that's good. Usually he gets the eggs as well, but since he already had eggs this morning, he's not gonna get any more eggs. Let's see what else I can. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff here in a container. All that insulation that was left from the house, I'm actually gonna use. I was gonna throw it away, but I'm actually gonna use it to insulate the chicken coop when I build one, and go from there. Do you always give raw food to Duke? I do raw food, and sometimes I cook it for him if I don't the source much. But yeah, I do, and once in a while I do give him a little bit of kibbles, just because the kibbles I get, it does have sweet potato in it. That's why I'm trying to grow some sweet potatoes right now. Trying to kind of give him some stuff for his gut once in a while. And he does get some supplements. Supplements mostly that he gets is mostly taurine more than anything to protect his heart, because a lot of dogs sometimes they end up getting heart disease, and the only reason is because they're like us, a human. They don't produce proper vitamin C. Are you from Jordan? I'm from Lebanon originally. Duke is waiting. Don't touch the food unless I tell you to. Duke, look at me. Look at me. Stay. Leave it. Look at me. You have all that stuff on your face. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see this side. Let me see this side. It's on your ears. Don't touch the food. Don't touch. Leave it. Leave it. So this is what he gets. His food. So I did put one spoon, not 1 spoon, sorry, half a cup of kibbles, 2 turkey necks, and half a pound of meat for him. Let's see, is he gonna eat it? He just sits there and wait. He has to. He has no other choice. My father's last name was Al Azhar. Do you know Al Azhar's? No, I don't. Al Azhar. I'm trying to actually think. No, I don't, unfortunately. Thank you. Lost connection. I'm losing connection. I'm down to like 5%. Duke, eat. Sorry guys, I have like 5 left on the phone. I know I've been here more than an hour and a half. Usually, an hour is good. I do have to do some work after I feed Duke. But definitely I'll come back again tomorrow. Hopefully I can have a few more things done around here. I can't see anything. What do you mean you can't see anything? Is the screen going blank? Am I losing connection? I need Duke. You can have him for a couple days. Give me some break. Of course, he goes after the meat right away. No, I can see. Now I can see. Okay. Duke is enjoying his meal. He takes a bone, goes down. His little turkey neck. Yeah, usually we go through about a box a week. I'm coming to BC in August. Oh, perfect. You can have him. You can have Duke for a couple of days if he likes you. My dog loves turkey necks too. They're awesome. I bought him some one day. He loved them so much. I asked the guy, I'm like, can you get me a box every time? He's been getting me a box, but over the past 2 years, the prices keeps going up and up and up. I don't know. They make things unaffordable sometimes. It's stupid. I think they're good for their teeth. I used to actually eat some too, but I have to actually cook. I got a lot of wood to actually burn. So maybe tomorrow, maybe we'll cook like a beef tongue. I have one left. I'll give him some. Really? You haven't even finished the first one. Don't worry, nobody's gonna eat it other than you. You are not answering my question about pre-diabetes. What was your question? Maybe sometimes it gets blocked if certain things you worded differently. What was your question, Bibi? I'll take your last question and we'll call it a day, guys. He wants meat. Oh, I know he does. That's the first thing he goes for. Is like he eats the meat first, then he goes for the bones. This is good for his teeth. I usually give it to him frozen all the time, so actually it keeps his teeth nice and clean, which is good. Try the cauliflower rice. Bibi, you haven't asked me the question. Unless it's not coming up on my screen, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to answer. Okay, guys, I'm going to call it a night. You guys have a nice evening. It's already about 6 p.m. here my time. I got to get a few things going. And well, what I'll do is I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. In the meantime, you guys take care. Jax, I'm trying to kind of go live every single day. Just my timing differs all the time. Sometimes I do it in the evening, late evening. Sometimes around 2 p.m. It just varies. I don't have a set time yet, but as soon as I'm done a few things in the house and I'm actually up to speed, I'm gonna have a set time for you guys every single day. And I think that would be way better to actually have a set time. And this way, you guys don't miss some of the lives as well. And if you're invited like a family member or anybody as well too, they can always join on that specific timing. Again, guys, in the meantime, if you need anything, always feel free to send me a DM. I'll do my best to actually get to it and respond. In the meantime, you guys have a nice evening, and we'll chat tomorrow. Cheers.